wish you welcome to Olden and to this excursion through the Olden Valley to the Olden Lake. Olden is a typical West Norwegian fjord village where agriculture and tourism are the most important ways of living. Tourism has been important to us since the late 1870s when the first cruise ships started coming here. To give you a better idea about the proportions of the landscape that we're driving through today, you should know that the mountains that you're going to see are between 1,000 and 2,000 meters tall. The timber line here with us is at 550 meters above sea level, or the equivalent of 1,700 feet. The snow in the mountains that you can see today will be melted and gone and no longer there by the end of September. Which doesn't matter all that much because the next day the new snow is coming, so we always have snow in our mountains. Which also gives Norway great natural conditions for the production of hydroelectric power. Electricity is also our export article number 3. Our fjord, the one you were cruising on this morning, its name is Glacial, is the 4th longest fjord in Norway. From the Bay of Olden, where we are now, to where it opens to the sea at Norway, it's exactly 100 kilometers long, or the equivalent of 16 miles. At its shallowest point, this fjord is barely 12 meters deep. That's right where it opens to the ocean, under the Mole Bridge. And less than 1 nautical mile further east, it's 970 meters deep. So underneath this surface of water, the topography looks exactly like it does in our surroundings, with tall mountains and deep valleys. And this phenomenon repeats itself 7 times between the coast and the Bay of Olden. You may also notice that in Olden we have 2 churches. That has nothing to do with religious indifference because more than 75% of all Norwegians are members of the Lutheran Protestant Church, and so are we here in Olden. But the old church that goes back to 1754 should be more modernized in the 1930s, they felt. But for reasons that you will learn later, they rather built a new one, which is the Red Church, a kilometer further up the valley. The Olden Valley runs pretty much straight north-south. We are driving southerly direction into the valley. lake is one of 3 glacial lakes in the surroundings. The 2 others are north of us in Loen and in Stryn. Size-wise, the Olden lake is the second biggest, and it's 17 kilometers long, as wide as you see, and at its deepest point it's only 90 meters deep. Significant for these glacial lakes is that they have this special color. It looks like it's kind of greenish. Of course, the water isn't green. It's colorless, like the water always should be. It's an optical illusion, and the reason is very, very interesting to know. You see, only 3 weeks ago, these drops of water that now form the Lake of Olden were ice in the glacier that we shall be seeing at the turning point of this excursion. The ice of the glacier is always in motion. It moves back and forth, grows in winter and recedes during summer. And with every little movement of the ice, this little millimeter of granite, because that's what the mountains here are made of, is polished off, and this fine dust is being produced. The Norwegian word for this fine dust is silt, which is another of those words that the Norwegian language gave to the English language. Together with natural dust in the air, sand, stone, and gravel, and whatever is dug into the glacier at its movements. These particles of minerals are being kept dry frozen in the ice for hundreds of years, maybe thousands of years, because a glacier always melts off from underneath. And it's the oldest part of the ice that melts first. So this water may be 7,000 years old for all we know. Ice under pressure for 7,000 years. He also paid for the restoration of the church. He also paid for the mill in Sandane, which is like 1.5 hours drive on the southern side of the fjord. And he also donated money to a lot of people around in Olden, the people that were not so well-to-do. As we are approaching the center of Olden village again, we will give you the opportunity to disembark, and you may see the sights here, visit a few shops if you'd like, sit down and have a glass of something good to drink if you want to, and make it back to the pier on your own. It's not all that far, it's 700 meters to walk on a good road next to the main road. Now, please bring all the little items that you brought onto our coach this morning with you when you disembark. So let us wish you a nice, pleasant holiday on Kiel. Enjoy the rest of your vacation at sea.
Petrol, all the road